Hey, how's it going? Geekman here. What am I doing today? I'm sort of in the kitchen, but not cooking again. So, let me show you what I'm doing now. I have all my tools, electrical box. What does that tell you? I got wire. I am putting in pot lights in this area. I have the sort of like where we eat. There's just this light, and also the kitchen over there. I'm gonna put pot lights in the kitchen too, but first is this section. I am going to take power from that outlet, move it up the wall, put a switch just for this section. So we're only doing this section. Okay. So it'll be on a separate switch than the light itself, Costco light. So I got these from Costco. They're really cool. I did change one over there. It can't hurt to see, but they're really nice. They're very simple to connect. If you saw my basement video of how I changed pot lights in the basement, those are existing pot lights, which were a pain in the ass because it was old style. These are very nice, very thin, easy to connect inside. It comes with the connectors, quick connect. You don't need Moretz or anything, so yeah, so let's get started. What I want to do first is mark the ceiling of where I'm going to go, and this is going to be interesting because I'm not going to fish it. The attic is up there, so I am going to climb into the attic, and after I have some sort of pointers, I'm going to run the wire down each hole and then come back and we'll wire. But first, let's take power from there up there and put in a switch. So I have my trusty stud finder, and it's going to tell me where the center is. Right there. So that's the center of the beam. So the outlet is on the right side of the 2x4. So we're going to pop a hole somewhere around there and find the 2x4. Okay? So basically, punched a hole. Went as far as I could. I'm hitting wood right there. That's wood. So now what we're going to do, since we know that's wood, we're going to make an outline. Basically, I'm just going to trace that first and then cut it. So I got my handy tester. It's not showing anything green. When you plug it in, push the button. It's not showing anything live. Always kill the power. May not kill you, but it'll give you a good jolt. So there you go. Black is the live. There's nothing live here. So we're good to play. So after a little wheeling dealing, I got the fish going from the bottom outlet up to the top. So now we're going to run some wire back down. Okay, so we take the piece, and now we're just going to pull it back nice and slow. Sorry for the camera angle. Okay, so there we go. Slowly coming. I'll show you the bottom once I get the wire through, but it is coming still. And got the wire through. Actually did it reversed. I tied it to the fish on the bottom, fished it up, because when I tried to tie it to the fish and pull it down, it got stuck because there's already two wires and the hole's a little tight. So that worked. So now let's just pull the fish out. We got the wire as long as I need it. So we're good there. So now we gotta fish it through the box. Box is in, screwed into the stud. Wire I tied down here, 6-7 inches should be enough, more than enough. So now what you're gonna do is get your trusty little sharp knife, and we're going to sheath it. Just pull out the outside plastic so we could wire it. So there you go. Got the black, got your white. We got a ground. Yay. Now we're going to take a look at, and you can cut this off. We're just going to cut that off. So let's take a look at the switch. So we're wiring the bottom one. I cut 6-7 inches. I screwed it, the ground, into the ground screw. I stripped the white and the black, make a pigtail. The white's going to go on the white side here. The black is on the gold. Just remember, black gold, and you'll be okay. So there's one free there, one free there. We are good to go. So let's just screw that in quickly, and we can close this box up. Okay, so I have hooked up the black to the black, the white to the white, the ground, which is also grounded to the box. That plate's back. Got to turn on the fuse soon because it's a stand-up freezer. Don't want anything to melt. But anyways, for now, which is later in the day on a weekend, I'll finish tomorrow. So the video won't show the tomorrow. But anyways, this will go on. It's a Fiat, this way. It's a Fiat Wi-Fi dimmer. So what I could do is actually hook it up to the internet now, and then tomorrow I'll run wire going up through the ceiling and around here. I want to put 4 pot lights. So let's just leave it for now, and I'll show you how to hook this up to the internet also, okay? Since I'm a geek. Circuit breaker's back on, green light, all good there. Blue light on the switch, that's good. So now we know that to there is working fine. So now we got to go from the box through the ceiling and wire the pot lights, which are kind of cool because these pot lights, there's no ground, right? You don't need ground for these low voltage pot lights. There's just a black and a white. Quick connect pieces there, very simple, no grounding, just throw the box in there, cut a hole according to the size of the bottom. So as long as the spring gets in, once you pull this back, they'll grab the ceiling drywall. Put that back in a second, right there. And then they grab the drywall. So as long as you pass the inner perimeter, I forgot what it is, but is this the template? No, that's not the template. But anyways, I'll look it up. I'll tell you the exact size to cut the hole in the ceiling. And we'll mark 4 spots and we'll figure it out. Okay, so we are now ready. We got my little laser device right in the middle. Pushing the lines out, marked our ceiling, 4 spots, basically about approximately 3 feet away from the center or the perimeter of the thing, the light that's there, and then yeah, we're gonna run a wire through here going up. Attic, we're gonna punch a hole. Here we're going to punch holes and run the wire. Instead of fishing, which is going to be a real pain, we're just going to go in the attic and push it down. Simple. So let's go in the attic. So I put some markers, basically painter's sticks, so I could go see them in the attic. And yeah, main thing would be punching a hole through the attic at approximately, I measured 43 inches from the sidewall. So that's what I'm gonna go do first. So let's go in the attic. So basically we gotta go into that corner down there. Hard to see, but yeah, I'm gonna get more light in here first. Be brighter. Been in the attic. Can't see the painter stick because they're too short, too much insulation. So what am I doing? I'm gonna stick a huge broom and a few others, brooms in the holes so I can see where I'm going. And I'll see where to drill the hole going down the studs that way so I can run the wire. So let's stick more brooms and carry on. Well, I'm in the attic. You're lucky I saw the wire going down against the wall, so I drilled a hole next to it. And I went through. This is nuts. I got like literally a foot to work with, and I'm half crazy, but that's okay. Back downstairs, let's start. See, I gotta get the wire and fish it down. So I tied the wire to my fish into the hole, across the attic. I can always cut it after, as long as I get a piece down. And holy shit, I got it right through the hole. That's incredible. I got it right into the frickin' hole. I don't even have to go find it. Okay, I'm the luckiest bitch alive. I don't have to stick my hand in there or do anything. Okay. Let's take the tape off, throw it through the box, and then go drop wire wherever there's a broom. Okay, let's do the box first. So we got the switch on. And we got one light in and just to test. So now what you need to do is just wire, and I'll show you wiring on the other two still. Just trying to get ahead of the game here. Anyways, you need to cut the hole 4 inches, and then these things just slide up. You pop it in and push it up. So let's do that, and I'll show you the wiring of that. So you pop it up. 2 down, 1 to go. Let's show you the wiring. Yeah. First, because I looped it down in the hole, just cut it in half. Okay, now take a knife and just slither the sheathing off. Okay, once you have the sheathing off, the extra plastic, just cut it off. It's fine. You don't need that crap. Same on this side. Sorry, I need a camera for my head instead of all this motion. It's like Blair Witch Project all over again. There you go. And I have so much extra wire. I put extra wire just in case, you know, if you ever need it or if you want to change something later, you got lots of wire. So let's measure and cut around the hole. Okay, so this is the next one. This is what it comes like. Open it. It has the connectors that you're gonna need. Really, you only need one. One for black, one for white, sorry. There's no ground, like I said before. The whites go together, the blacks go together. We're gonna hook them all up there, and I'll show you the finished. First, you got to splice the wire. Now, because we're using popping connectors, you don't need a lot. That should do it. This little splicer works very well. Sorry again for the jittery. I'll just show you one. There we go. Finished product in the mirror, of course. Can't see crap. That's enough. Now we're going to pop it in. So run the wires through the box first. I just hooked this up so it doesn't fall. So then you could pop the whites all in one side. The blacks will go on the other side. These boxes don't take grounds. You could cut them, make them shorter, put them together. I don't care. Okay, let me show you. So 3 blacks pop in, 3 whites go in. The grounds I just twisted and threw in the back. Again, don't worry about them. And let's tuck that in, see if we're gonna make the hole bigger and put the light in. Plug in the connectors, screw this together. These will flip into the drywall. Tuck the box in, all the way in there. There you go, just drop it down. And I'm gonna use, I'm gonna use 2 hands now to put this in, okay? And that one's popped in, so 3 done. 1, 2, 3, upside down, there we go. And 1 more. Let's go test this one first. Always test as you go, so this way if you mess up, you'll know. So that's the 3rd one. 2nd, first, dimmer's flashing because it is a Fiat Wi-Fi dimmer. I'm gonna hopefully show you how to configure that. But first, that's a live wire. Let's go turn off the breaker again and finish this last one. So this last one, last rung of the wire. So we only got 2 blacks, 2 whites. Cut the ground, slide them in, and we'll be good to go for the last one. Extra wire, just in case. So don't forget to set the temperature setting from 2700 to 5000. I like 5000, bright white. It's on a dimmer. I could lower it, so it's not a problem. Again, if you forget, you could just pop it back down and reset it. No, not a big deal, but try to remember to set that first, or they're all 2700 by default. Just slides, which is about like a yellowish color. I like bright white. The dimmer will lower it, so not a problem. And don't forget to put your cover back on, right here, to cover the wires. So let's pop this back on in this last one. Don't forget there's a little, geez, I can't even, there's a little groove right there, a little bump, and that has to slide into that. Obviously you can't shove it in, but just line it up properly, so this way there's no problem. Another point, I always get some sort of electricity tester. I left this in so I know when the power is on and off, because the outlet obviously powers the light. The light is flashing. The light does go on. The 4 lights do work. That one's on a separate switch. Hey Google, turn off table light. So that'll be, the pot lights will be on a separate switch. And of course, the dimmer. The dimmer works. So we can leave the power on now because the freezer needs the power, so we're good to go. That's flashing. We'll configure it next. So a couple of words of advice. Make sure you got cutters, screwdriver, drills, drill bits, splicers, dicers, lasers, pliers, tape measures. Make sure you get everything, or else you're going to just be going up and downstairs. Another thing, it's going to make a mess as you cut the holes in the ceiling, of course. So make sure your wife is out of the country. No, just kidding. My wife is great. She is. She is out of the country at the moment, so I could do this, but clean up the mess. And that's what I'm going to do first. before I show you how to configure the light switch. This is terrible. So let me just clean up. 2 seconds, a blink of the eye in video terms, and configure the switch. One of the few last things you have to do is make sure you go back in the attic, cover the spots that have no insulation where you put the light and put insulation back in. Whew. Pain in the ass to get up here, man. But it's fine. I covered the holes again. It looks good. So we're now going to pair it. Basically hold the button, the bottom button for 5 seconds, log into Fiat, and just say add device. It's going, oops, yes, just so it's going to find it. I hope. It's got 2 minutes to find it. I'm on a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi on this, my old phone, which I'm going to configure it on. And connecting device, power on device. The light stopped flashing, as you could see. It found it, dimmer switch 9. Rename it to whatever you want. I'm going to just call it table light pots. There we go. Done. And they're off. Oops, sorry. Last, there we go. That's the brightness. Where's the, 1 second. Should be put on the list. There they are. And you can turn them on and off. Let's see, here we go. There's something's off. Sorry, had to give it a second just to sync. About to show you again. Pot lights on. They all go on. Pot lights off. Oops. And here you could control the brightness. There you go, nice and low. Table light still on. Hey Google, turn off table light. Okay. And there you go. Dimmer works. On off works. Now we're going to hook it up to Google. So to hook it up to Google, here's your Google Home, right? There's your Google Home. Click the plus. And then we're going to add a device. This is my baby. We're going to link an app. Now, because I have Fiat devices, we're just going to reconnect Fiat. Let's say continue, agree, link, and it's now going to add the pot lights, switch, there we go, table light pots, inside garage is already there. And we're going to add it to a room, and I already have table hooked up. And yes, I have many devices on Google, as you could see, and they're done. So now, if hopefully, I think Google also takes a couple of seconds to sync, but if I say, hey Google, turn on table lights. And thank you, 2 lights on because I put them both under the table designation. So if I, hopefully it recognizes, hey Google, turn off table light pots. So that understood. Hey Google, turn off table lights. Okay, good there. Hey Google, turn on table light pots. There you go. So it does know the difference between the table light and the pot lights. Hey Google, turn off table lights. Table lights is one classification under tables, so it should turn off both. And I have bedtime routines, all kinds of stuff. So basically at night, when I go to bed, I just say goodnight to Google. Sorry, I'm all sweaty. This is a killer job. And it'll turn off all the lights. I don't worry about leaving lights on anymore anywhere in the house, because at night I know it's going to turn it all off. The whole house has Wi-Fi lights. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. This was a tough one. It was almost more tougher. Remember the deck? The glass? That was a bitch. But anyways, this was a tough one because I had to crawl into the attic, and I had to literally lay down on the floor of the attic with all the insulation. I'm a mess. It's shower time. I'm going to clean up the whole house before my wife gets home. She's wonderful. She would have been here helping me for sure. She's great. She's helped me with the deck and the glass and everything else. But I just wanted to do this before she got home. Yeah, so that's about it. I was going to do 6 more pot lights in the kitchen side. Not today. That'll be another video. Back in the attic. Should be a little bit easier. There's no wiring to run down the wall or taking it off a plug. It's already done. The first pot light's already there. Just a matter of running, drilling, cutting the holes and putting the wire. So easy enough. Thanks to my son who did help me today. It's always easier when you have 2 people. If you're in the attic, someone down here just to guide you or do something really helps. So thank you to him. Other than that, until, I don't know what I'm going to be doing next, to be honest. I don't think it's going to be the pot lights for a while, but I'll think of something. Maybe I'll go back in the kitchen. I haven't cooked in a while. So thank you. Sorry, my voice is like, maybe I sucked back too much insulation. Anyways, shower time. Thank you again to the 34 people following me. I truly appreciate it. Again, I'm not here for subscribers. Don't have to like, none of that. I'm never going to be rich doing this stuff. Just trying to help you. If you want to put pot lights, I know those signs on the poles that say pot lights. I know they're expensive, so just buy the pot lights. I got some wire from Costco. Pot lights are Costco. Everything's from Costco. And do it yourself. If you don't mind working a little and sweating a little, crawling in the attic a little, you could do it. You could really do it. So do it. I learned from my dad, and one of my brothers is really good at it. And now my son's learning from me, and he's getting good at it. So if you don't try, you never know. So I'm going to keep trying new things. Till next time, be kind. Please, please, please be kind. World is a good place. I see the good in the world. So be kind. Love you all. Till next time, I don't know what I'm going to be doing. Peace out.